Okay, video was getting close to 30 minutes long, and so we have to make a part two out of it, although there should only be 9 or 10 minutes left. This is part two of the Phoenician language with the ancient linguistics expert out of Germany. And let's just continue. We were going through our 9 cubes that we had already had, if you've seen the first part, and now we're adding to earth, wind, and water, the element of fire, and the letters that go with that.
So now let's also include some of the element of fire. With the fire, it kind of surrounds these other elements, so you have fire on both sides. We have a masculine fire, which is expanding, an expanding force, a manifesting force, and then we have the feminine fire, which is a suppressing, condensing energy that puts stuff together. Then
I think what we're actually trying to say there to help him out is that say that with cooking and things that you can utilize a fire for, there's a good and a bad, or yin and yang to every situation. And in cooking and rendering down, that you can cook something down, you'll make render it, make less of it. You can melt metals eventually with it to where you can smelt things. You can purify with fire. But the flip side of the coin is you can be burnt by fire, and fire gives off heat. It radiates out heat. It can take off. It can become uncontrollable. It can give off light. It emits light. So there are things that are given off by it and things that are created by it. Let's continue.
The masculine energy, masculine fire, and the feminine fire, a sound, what they bring to this is that they are still associated with these three families of the lip family, the tongue, and the glottal family, but they bring more or less a hissing element. So on the masculine side, we have a voiceless hissing. So when we take things forward from P and we continue the sound of P with the hissing, it becomes a very strong but tight release of the air pressure, and it creates a sound of F. And then we have
Or the pH, like
the
Phoenician.
feminine, which is a ringing hissing. So in the element of water, it is the sound of in the element of earth, we have the sound, the masculine fire, and then we have the feminine fire, which is by closing the back of the mouth and then making this kind of a hissing voice sound.
So the masculine is more of the K or the K sound, and the J or Ny sound is going to be feminine. And that brings a new thought and feeling into the idea of what Yahweh could stand for. But we continue.
And with the element of air, in the masculine part we have the sound S. So the hissing produced with the tongue, and then the feminine fire, which is Z. So again, you're using the tongue, but you are producing a voiced hiss.
Interestingly enough, the Z is, he said, feminine fire, yet the Z is looked to make up Zeus. But now feminine fire, well, lightning is again like a feminine form of the magic that is created there, where it is kinetically stored as a giant static and then released. So it is something that's created, then boom, released. And there you get that connotation. So let's look at linguistic form.
At least we have now here 15 letters, and these are all consonants. And it's a logical matrix of certain archetypical energies put together. And what this means in practice that when you have these specific energies associated with each sound we can produce, every word we utter, every song we sing carries these energies, and this energy is more than the dictionary meaning given to these words.
It originally was much deeper meanings to each word.
All right, now some of you who have had an interest to this topic of ancient languages before, you may have already recognized the symbols that I'm using. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a comparison between these symbols I have kind of created here in order to support this whole ideology here. And we are going to compare this to the ancient Phoenician alphabet, which is the oldest known phonetic alphabet system, and all the other alphabet that have come later are based.
They're based on that. Hebrew is based on it. Hebrew is based on ancient Phoenician. So
On this set of alphabets.
you can see the M in the letter. Backwards B. Somewhat a P representation, but had a loop on the back.
Perhaps the reason why there is several different variations for the sound of V or W is that originally they were not variations for the same sound, but they were actually marks for two different sounds, V, and F. And this is why we can find also a marking for V that looks very much like the mark for F should be according to the system that I've presented here. So otherwise,
Very close.
all the other families seem to work extremely well with no real discrepancy there.
That's Hebrew. Portion of G. That's G. They just don't seem to line up with each other. K. It's backwards K. K. But its forms K. K. Depending on ethnicity. How harsh is your K? Really, the bottom one is RZ, but you can see the middle one is the one that correlates. That is an N, pretty much. If you think about it, G. It looks Y-ish, but then the middle one is very N. D, T, or a cross. Looks like an X at the bottom, but the origin thing is T.
Another hieroglyph of that era in the Mesopotamian area, close to the Mediterranean Sea. The hieroglyphs were clearly images. They were mostly not phonetic writing, but they were images of certain concepts, and the image mostly would look like the item that is describing. For example, you would mark a hawk with a picture of a hawk, and so on. And now some of the Phoenician marks apparently do look a bit like the corresponding hieroglyphs of another culture at that time.
If you look at these, I mean, from left to right, it's Egyptian, Proto-Sinaitic, which you would also call it the Hebrew language, and then Phoenician, and then Greek. And you can see the Phoenician first mark there is an A toppled on its side. The next letter is K toppled on its side. M has an M but a waterfall. But M is also the symbol of water as you go across. And that was always the symbol of water. Maybe when you take a drink you go I'm not sure, but it also goes with the mother symbol that I spoke about in the first one. But you can see how A also, with its extra crossing through, looks like a bull's head with horns. And then if you go to Proto-Sinaitic, it's a horn, and the Egyptians give the same. And there's your Aleph. So you can, Aleph, Tav, all these different letters that you get out of this and where they come from.
However, I don't see that it can be just a coincidence that a system like this, what I have constructed here, that we have the different energies or archetypes, and then you create this matrix out of them, and you have certain symbols for each energy, and the combination of two symbols always together produces a letter, a written letter that looks very much like the Phoenician letters look
like. Here's the basis in proto form,
so
early, and actual Phoenician.
Original language philosophy and how it fits with the original alphabet of the Phoenicians.
Thank y'all. Enjoy. Like if you like it. Sub me and you get a whole lot more. Make sure you did watch the first part that's on there too. And I've got a lot more exciting videos coming. If you're interested more in linguistics, leave something down in the comments and I'll be able to get back in touch with you over it. If you have another subject you're interested or something related, give me a holler. Thanks.